Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought we would continue with the War Thunder tip stuff with a pretty simple one, which is basically how to actually spot people when it comes to ground forces, and also how to improve your graphics so it's easier to see people. And that's basically what we're going to look at in this video. It's going to be a quick one because there's not too much to go after, because mainly the way that you actually spot people is kind of through experience. So what you're looking to do is try and make it so it's easier for you to understand how many positions that people can take and what are the standard positions that most people go to. So for example, one of the ways to do that is to change the tactical map scale. So if you put it to 133%, it takes up more of the screen, it looks bigger, it's much easier for your eyes to actually just stare at it and see what's going on. The other one is actually these settings right here. Now I don't know how many people know that these actually exist because they added this maybe a few updates ago, and as you can see, most people's will not have moved. So this actually changes the amount of time that you see the hit indicator. So when you actually take a shot, whether it's a ricochet, whether it's, penning damage, this tells you how long it's going to be there, and you can put it up to 10 seconds. So that means you can see a shot 10 seconds after you took it. Same with the LWS as well. You can put that up to 10 seconds as well. And also the fade time on the azimuth you can put up as well. So if you are taking hits from a certain area, it can now be much easier seen where it's actually coming from. And then also at the same time you have the other ones where you can just make the hit indicator bigger by 150%, so you can kind of see what's going on in that area. So by upping these settings, basically what you're doing is you're making it so it's easier for you to tell where you're being shot from, and also learning where people generally sit in. And I think that's something that's super important for most people. The other thing that you can do, obviously depending on your graphic settings, you can change a bunch of these to fit what your eyes go for. But for me, I think the more important thing is the post FX settings that you have here. You have TPS sharpness, which you can increase, or just general sharpness from gunner view or bomber view, or even cockpit sharpness, which can help you see many different things. And then of course you have the color corrections. Now unfortunately, because right now we have a wonderful hanger, so I can't really show you the difference between them, but understand what you should do with these types of settings is you should play around with them. You can see here on the default it's incredibly bright and it's incredibly easy to see stuff. You also have the vignette if you want to kind of screw with that, and they also added the dynamic light stuff in one of the last updates, so it kind of fixes the general light for you. But for me, I found it a little bit awkward because then you can't actually move around your own stuff. Usually this is something I personally kind of screw with when it comes to trying to make the game look nice, but also at the same time it's one of those things that you can screw with to make it so you can actually see more stuff, which is incredibly important. So you can obviously screw with your monitor settings, you can screw with these in-game settings, you can even screw with your NVIDIA or AMD settings, or your settings from the different areas, stuff like of course stuff like things such as the settings that you have on Xbox or PlayStation when it comes to gamma and brightness. But this is kind of how you do all of those different things. But the main way of actually seeing stuff is through experience, and the way that you actually fix that is through this area here. You can do the simplified hit indicator, which is like the old hit indicator, but there's no need for that. You don't have to do that. Instead, just make these options a little bit higher so you can tell where people are shooting you from. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R., and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.